I'd like to present Eversource President and CEO Joe Nolan. He'll have some comments, and of course we'll be available to answer your questions after he presents his comments. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thanks everybody for joining me here in Hartford today. Obviously we're all watching Tropical Storm Henri. This will be a very significant storm. It has a path that's between 60 and 80 miles. It could stretch anywhere between New Haven and Cape Cod, and I will tell you that Eversource is well prepared. We have just changed our characterization of this storm from a level 4 to a level 3, which means that up to 49% of our customers could be without power for up to 10 days. So customers should be prepared. I'm telling you, I'm very proud of the 9,300 men and women that work here at Eversource, and we have everybody, all hands on deck. I have canceled all vacations, so everybody is here working, and we will work until the last customer is back on. I've also reached out to my peers in the industry, and we have crews coming from all over the country. This is a national response. This is not a local anymore. We've talked before about calling adjacent utilities. Today I spoke with the CEO at Southern Company, Tom Fanning, who was offered resources. I spoke with the CEO of Con Ed, Tim Colley, who's a friend, and we are going to have all of the resources that we need to bring to bear on this storm. What am I worried about? I'm worried about the safety of our employees. I want every one of our employees to go home to their families at night. I'm very concerned about the tree damage. Trees are a number one problem that we have when storms occur. We have crews out right now that are looking at trees. They're taking down any problem trees so that we are prepared. I will tell you the response is probably the largest response that I have ever had. I've been in the business for 36 years. We have over 4,000 hotel rooms that we have secured. We're bringing in trailers that can house folks. In some other parts of our region, we have barracks that we've brought in from military bases that we will house folks. All of these facilities will allow us to feed our employees, feed our contract resources. It will fuel these vehicles, and it will keep them safe. Again, we are still in a COVID situation, and with that comes precautions, and we need to continue to be vigilant as we bring in outside crews and get into confined spaces. But we are prepared for this, and I want to assure everybody here in Connecticut that we will do everything we can to restore their power as quickly as possible. But I do need to ask for patience. We really are facing a storm that I can't recall. Some of the patterns that I'm seeing right now, I have not really seen for several decades in this business. Very, very serious storm. So I ask customers to be prepared, be patient, and be ready for this storm. I have been in contact with a number of local and state officials. I've been in contact with Governor Lamont on multiple occasions this morning. Very supportive. The governor's asked, what can I do, Joe, to help out? And we're getting a lot of things that are going to allow us to bring in resources. As you know, we reach to the north. We do get crews out of Canada. That requires certain waivers and things like that. No issues getting them. We're getting all of those things. So that's been very, very good. We're very worried about storm surges. Storm surges will not only affect our electric business, we have a significant gas business. That's what we need to watch. We have a water business. We need to make sure that those critical infrastructures are ready to go. So I ask customers to be patient, be prepared, stay away from any of the down wires. Know that we've never mobilized. We will have, at this point, we have 2,500 crews contracted. But before we get through the day, we will have 4,000 crews. Never in the history have we had that many. So with that, I'll let you know that we have over 2,000 utility poles, 3,000 transformers. These are all things that obviously are impacted during a storm of this nature. I want to thank you folks for getting the word out to the people, and I'm here to answer any questions, and thank you, and please, everyone, please be safe. Thank you.
So Joe, right now you have your crews on standby who will be coming in to Connecticut from all over the country. We're not just talking about New England, we're talking about all over the country.
Southern Company will send in. We're coming from Canada. We actually, as we've done in the past with storms, and I think we've talked about this in the past, that what's different? What's different today than it was yesterday? And a lot of things that are different. We're reaching out to regions in advance. We're not waiting for folks that are adjacent to come in. Big difference to us. Community. We have a truck in every community. That's what we have committed to. We're going to have community folks in the communities as well. We're going to have public safety folks for wires down, street opening. Very, very different. Our community protocol. We have got a website that allows our communities to be able to put in and tie in with our system so that we know what's important to them.
More proactive, less retroactive.
Correct, yes.
When it comes to the new legislation that's now in place, what are you telling customers? What do they need to know in terms of the time that they may lose power and the bill credit that they may receive?
Yeah, I'm focused on this recovery at this point and getting customers their power back as quickly as possible. And I do not want to risk the safety of our employees by telling them they have a certain number of hours to do it. You wouldn't do it to the bomb squad, you wouldn't do it to any first responder, and I'm not going to do it to our employees. We will get the power on when it's safe, and we will deal with the matter later on. Yes. Anybody else?
Anything else that you think that you guys are doing now that you learned from Tropical Storms?
No, just the community portal that we have that allows our communities to interact. We're putting crews in every single community. We've got not only a community representative, but we also have a public safety representative that's looking out for areas that are of concern to these cities and towns. And I think that's different. And I think it's good for everybody. And again, we continue to get feedback. I made many calls this morning. I said, listen, we haven't cornered the market on new ideas. If there's something that's important, you tell us.
Obviously, for such a big response, you're definitely serious about this, and have gotten some very serious news about the weather. What have you heard about what they expect to come in?
We're expecting the weather in, as you know, I'm not a weatherman, but I will tell you we're seeing it in the between Saturday night and Sunday. The thing that worries me the most, it's going to be slow. I mean, we're talking about the ability for this thing to stall at a minimum of 12 hours over our territory. It's very, very significant wind speeds, rain, and flooding. Those are the things that really, really worry me about this. The slow pace of it is a cause of great concern. It should be a cause of great concern for everybody.
Based on what you're hearing from the storm, any ideas on maybe a prediction or expectations of how many will lose power?
How many will lose power? Well, for a storm level 3, which is what we're predicting, that is something that goes between 30 and 49% of our customers would lose power. We serve about 1.2 million electric customers here in the state, so you do the math, a little less than half of that, and that could be for a period of time up to between 5 and 10 days. Now, I hope that is not the case, but that is just what the reality is at this point.
Expecting more trouble with the wind or the rain?
Well, it's interesting, when something like that comes in, you'll get a lot of, on the left side of it, you get a significant amount of rain and wind. On the right, you get wind. So, if we're seeing this at this point, what we're seeing some models, you're seeing the Providence area where it's coming in. That means you're going to see a lot of rain and wind in this area. But again, this is changing so fast. I could go back right now and I'll get a weather forecast that's telling me it's coming in somewhere else. And so just know that we are very, very prepared, like never before.
Recently we saw Eversource test out a helicopter using rotary blades to clear out trees. Is that something that you tested out for this storm truck?
Yeah, we're always looking at innovative ways. I mean, helicopters is one of the big things that we've utilized. We've got a massive territory. I mean, we go from really the New York border all the way up to the Canadian border. So with that, you need to work smartly, and that's one of the techniques that you can use to get out there and make sure your lines are cleared. And I think the most important thing on a transmission is to have a supply. If you lose the supply, it wouldn't make a difference what happened in a neighborhood or somebody's house, because if you don't have the supply coming in, that's a problem. And that's why these innovative techniques of coming out with that type of equipment in opening up these right-of-ways. When I did go out on East Sias, one of the things that I did see is a lot of trees were down. They came onto the transmission lines, but I will tell you, they never really took them down. They just leaned there. So we did not lose the supply. And that's the most important thing. Do not lose the supply, or that's a major problem. Anybody else?
Do you have a message for residents, maybe seniors or elderly people who are more concerned, sort of a general message?
Sure. I mean, I would ask anybody to go and make sure they check in on an elderly neighbor or somebody that needs some help, number one. And then I'd ask everyone to prepare for it. I mean, you need certain things that could get you through for a period of time. Worst case is 10 days. So, whether it's batteries or water or provisions, it's no different than what you would do or what I would do at my home. So that's the type of thing. But definitely check in on a neighbor. That would be wonderful.
Forgive me if you've answered this already. When will the majority of your crews be here and where will they be?
Yeah, so the crews, right now we have, when I just came down, we're probably up to around 3,000 we had contracted, and we have requests out for another 1,000, which I don't expect there'll be a problem. We have multiple hotels that we've committed, 4,000 hotel rooms, barracks we have, mobile, they'll be spread throughout. We're also gonna watch, this is what we do, as it gets closer, we'll begin to put folks into the region that's most impacted. Just to keep in mind, a lot of folks say, I saw these crews, they were sitting in a parking lot, what's going on? Well, at 40 mile an hour or above, we will not put anybody up on a bucket. They will be there until such time as it's safe for us to operate. And so you might see some folks that have mobilized, but I will tell you, you will see a massive presence of utility people in this state like you've never seen before.
Tomorrow?
Oh, they're all coming now. I mean, I'll be out, I'm gonna actually make the rounds now. You see, they're already coming in. We're already, they're already feeding. We're already getting folks set up, and I think the important thing to understand, when you bring in crews from outside the region, they have a certain time where they time out. They need to have rest, so we have to get them into position. They need to be properly rested, and then they need to hit the ground, and that's really what takes place as you begin to prepare. Then also you have crews that we probably will have come in Monday, Tuesday. Why are they coming in? Because they need to work through the night when the other folks come off. They might work 16 hours. These crews will come in, so you'll begin to see onboarding of crews probably up until Wednesday, if this really is as significant as it is. And that's only just a sense of order in terms of the recovery.
Are you telling customers to prepare to be without power for a certain amount of time?
Yes, you could be, we've just now declared a level 3, and you need to be prepared for a loss of power for up to 5 to 10 days. In a level 3, this is the criteria. Now, obviously, we're gonna work around the clock to get our customers back, and we'll do everything that we possibly can to get everyone back, get them back safely. Anybody else? Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you all. I think we're going to spend a lot of time together. So please be safe, and God bless.
I just have one
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
No, it's good. When it comes to the numbers, can you just run through one more time? I know you said that you had 25 crews.
Contracted. We will get to 4,000. We have requests out for an additional 1,500. I think when I came down, we were already at 3,000. Another 1,000, that's outstanding. We have 4,000 hotel rooms we've already secured. We have 3,000 bunk trailers that are inbound. We have over 2,000 utility poles, 3,000 transformers. We've secured the Crystal Mall and Waterford as a staging area as well. Yes. All righty. Peace.